Welcome to Fox 54 News at 6. I'm Kenesha Dees. Memorial Day weekend has arrived, and yeah, so has the rainy weather. So prepare yourselves for this weekend's festivities, especially if it's outdoors. Take a look. This is outside of Huntsville. You can see that cloudy sky. We had a bit of humidity, no sunshine in sight. An indication of what our weekend may look like. And the Tennessee Valley is still under a flood watch. Joining me now is Fox 54 Weather Impact meteorologist Emily Owen. Emily, can we expect this rain to stick with us tonight?
Yeah, it looks like we do have a little bit of development off to the west that is going to once again push through portions of the Tennessee Valley. Now, it's not going to be as widespread, as prominent as what we saw earlier today, but just know we're not completely done with the rain just quite yet. Now, the severe weather risk that we saw earlier this morning, it's pretty much done for the rest of today. Now, we may see some gustier winds in some of these storms that do move through, but other than that, that's really all we're expecting to see in another round of rain. So like Kenesha mentioned, portions of the Tennessee Valley under a flood watch. So that's Jackson, DeKalb, Marshall, and Coleman counties. That's going to last until about 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, just due to the fact that they've seen a good amount of rainfall so far, a little over 2 inches in some locations within those counties, and we'll continue to see rain for the rest of tonight. So temperatures right now hanging out in the mid and upper 70s for some of us, low 70s on the eastern side of the Tennessee Valley. So like Kenesha also mentioned earlier, this Memorial Day weekend looks like it's going to be pretty wet. So coming up later on in the show, I'm going to break that down for you on our Futurecast and tell you what to expect heading into this weekend. Kenesha?
Yeah, Emily, and as we continue to keep our eyes on the sky this weekend, stay up to date with the latest weather anytime, anywhere on the Fox 54 app right here. Download on your TV, watch for free. It's a daily necessity we often take for granted. Turning on the tap and trusting what comes out is safe. But behind the scenes, Huntsville Utilities has locked in a federal legal battle to protect that very resource. A story brought to you first right here on Fox 54. The Huntsville Waterworks Utility Board is suing several large chemical manufacturers and local industrial businesses. The lawsuit claims the companies polluted the Tennessee River and local groundwater with toxic forever chemicals, which have been linked to serious health problems, including cancer. The Utility Board maintains that the water is currently safe to drink, but they want the court to force the companies to pay for the expensive, specialized filtration systems needed to keep it that way. While that legal battle plays out in federal court, local water officials say there is no immediate risk to you or your family. HU continues its routine testing and is working proactively to keep the area's drinking water safe. Fox 54's Logan Alexandra Russell takes us inside the treatment process to show us how your water is filtered.
9 million gallons a day. That is the design capacity at just one of Huntsville Utilities' 4 water treatment facilities operating under the city's umbrella. Today, I went behind the walls of a complex and highly coordinated multi-step process that unfolds every single day. That process serves more than 220,000 customers across the growing Tennessee Valley. For the teams working here, it's a responsibility they take personally.
Water is part of, it's public health. We all got to have water. It sustains life for everybody. So we take, it's a high priority to make sure that we keep our water safe for all of our customers. I mean, we're part of this community too, so we're also drinking the water.
Because groundwater from wells is naturally cleaner than surface water, the process here uses a coagulation method to clump tiny particulates together so they can be easily removed through deep filters made of anthracite and sand. But the treatment strategy shifts depending on the source. For surface water drawn from the river, the daily requirements become even more stringent. Plant operators are on site 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, running testing samples every hour on the hour to secure the distribution system.
In addition to, we very much have our finger on the pulse of regulatory compliance. We meet or exceed all current drinking water regulations. So I think that's a true nod to our desire to have safe drinking water.
It's an unwavering commitment to an operational excellence that has earned Huntsville Utilities multiple awards from the state of Alabama for preventative maintenance, upkeep, and system reliability, proving that proactive testing and strict standards are keeping the water in your glass completely safe. In Huntsville, Logan Alexandra Russell, Fox 54 News.
Huntsville Utilities says the complex training and certification process for all plant operators heavily focuses on both chemical safety and operational excellence. Tonight, we've learned 3 people arrested after the seizure of more than 15 pounds of cocaine in a major drug operation. Officials say a search warrant was executed Monday at a home in Huntsville after a years-long investigation into a trafficking organization operating between Alabama, Texas, and Georgia. During the search, authorities seized more than 15 pounds of cocaine and nearly $39,000, authorities say. They arrested Robert Jaquez, Peggy Jones, and Jesse Williams. Each was booked on drug trafficking and conspiracy charges with bonds set at $1.5 million each. Deputies in Morgan County now have a new tool to speed up drug identification during field investigations. The sheriff's office says this device uses lasers to scan unidentifiable substances and measure light to produce a chemical fingerprint in seconds. It can also scan materials directly through sealed glass and plastic containers, reducing exposure to dangerous materials, allowing deputies to identify potential drugs faster than traditional testing. According to officials, this device can identify more than 1,000 substances, including fentanyl, synthetic opioids, and cutting agents in as little as 30 seconds. Alabama health officials are hitting pause on the reclassification of marijuana, saying they need more time to determine how to implement it. The Alabama Department of Public Health voted yesterday to object to moving weed to a less restrictive drug category. Alabama health officials say the move would trigger a public comment phase as they work with licensing boards in the state's Medical Cannabis Commission before any changes take place. It's unclear how the rescheduling would impact the medical cannabis program. A crash involving an 18-wheeler and a car caused some traffic problems in DeKalb County this morning. The DeKalb County EMA says the wreck happened on Alabama Highway 68 near Crossville. Officials say no hazardous materials were involved. No injuries have been reported. U.S. Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard is stepping down from the Trump administration. Gabbard announced today that she will resign at the end of June, saying she needs to focus on her husband's health after he was diagnosed with a rare form of bone cancer. President Trump praised Gabbard's work and said her deputy, Aaron Lucas, will serve as acting director. Gabbard becomes the 4th cabinet member to leave during Trump's 2nd term. Traffic impact alert. If you're headed through downtown Huntsville Monday morning, expect road closures, traffic delays, and large crowds for the annual Cotton Row races. Officials say about 5,000 runners will participate in the 10K, 5K, and 1-mile events between 7 a.m. and 11 a.m. Huntsville police officers will be positioned along the routes to help with traffic and pedestrian safety. Several streets, including Church and Monroe Streets and Bankhead Parkway, will see closures or heavy congestion throughout the morning. Huntsville Police Department's annual Summer Slowdown campaign now underway with increased traffic enforcement and safety outreach through July 31st. Officers will focus on areas with frequent speeding complaints and high crash rates as more drivers hit the roads during the summer travel season. Last year, officers issued more than 4,400 citations and more than 2,100 warnings during the campaign. HPD says fatal crashes during that enforcement period also dropped compared to the year before. Officials urge you to slow down, avoid distractions, and buckle up before heading out this summer. As Memorial Day weekend begins the busy summer travel season, Aaliyah is rolling out its 101 Days of Summer Safety campaign. The statewide effort runs through Labor Day and will include increased highway and marine patrols across Alabama. Aaliyah says troopers and rescue swimmers will focus on keeping drivers, boaters, and beachgoers safe during the summer months. Officials also remind people to buckle up, avoid impaired driving, and always wear life jackets on the water.
Weather is weather. What can we do about it? That's the one thing in this event that we cannot control.
A big Tennessee Valley tradition returns to Decatur, the Alabama Jubilee, but weather a threat to the big balloons and the outdoor fun. Fox 54's Gabe Glassman has a look at preps this year. Some of us are set to hit the road for Memorial Day weekend, and part of that includes filling up that tank. We've got a look on prices at the pump. 49th running of the Alabama Jubilee starts tomorrow. Soon, hot air balloons will fly high and fill the Decatur sky. The Memorial Day weekend tradition returns to Point Mallard Park. Take a look. A whole slate of events planned throughout the weekend, weather permitting, of course. A full slate of hot air balloon action is on deck, mixed with food, fun for the whole family. Fox 54's Gabe Glassman has more information on how officials are preparing for this event.
Preparations well underway for the 49th annual Alabama Jubilee. The long-standing tradition returns to Decatur's Point Mallard Park this weekend. The Hot Air Balloon Classic has been running since 1978, the oldest event of its kind in the Mid-South. With rain forecasted in the area this weekend, it's important to note the tradition runs rain or shine. It's one of the challenges presented with preparing for the event. Alabama Jubilee Committee President Ken Garner says they're hoping to see hot air balloons in action this weekend.
Weather is weather. What can we do about it? That's the one thing in this event that we cannot control. Right now, I just drove across the field, and considering how much rain we've had last night and today, the field is actually in good shape. It's wet. It does have some pools. The pilots are going to come out here, and if we can do anything, we will do something. It may be standing the balloons up if we can, as long as we're not going to get the balloons soaking wet. As long as the weather conditions allow us to, we'll try and put on a show for everybody. Unfortunately, it may be raining. If it's raining, we cannot fly the balloons.
Decatur Morgan County Tourism says individual activities may be adjusted in conditions around the time it's scheduled for. From Decatur, Gabe Glassman, Fox 54 News.
At Kenesha, the event will also feature the Decatur Arts Guild Craft Show, who's joining the Jubilee weekend for their 47th year this year.
Wow.
And first time, they're going to be indoors.
I know. Imagine the weather having such an impact on everything, but nonetheless, I do want to share my own little personal experience.
Okay.
A few years ago, I got to ride on with one of our former reporters, and it was fun.
Oh, I only dream of that.
It was while weather was good, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I really want to. I really want to do it. I've never done it before, and we see these videos and they look so much fun. And I really hope I have some time tomorrow or Sunday to go out there because just from the videos and the pictures alone, it looks beautiful out there. Hopefully, we hope that the weather will stay nice this weekend. Hopefully, we have a little bit of luck on our side so we can get that. But that's always fun. It's a true tradition that everybody in Decatur really enjoy. A lot of people at least in Decatur really enjoy.
Yeah, well, hopefully the rain won't be too much of a damper. I heard the gentleman you talked to say that, hey, we're still going to do some things regardless.
Yeah, the show must go on. It's just maybe not the show that they're fully planning for, but we will see something happen this weekend. Whether that's hot air balloons or fun for the family, Kenesha.
That's right. Thank you so much, Gabe Glassman, you all. All right, looking for something else fun to do? We've got you covered. Stick around for what's happening this Memorial Day weekend. And Emily, I know folks are watching the holiday forecast.
Yeah, they definitely need to watch that and the radar heading into the next couple of days because we've got multiple rounds of rain heading our way. I've got your full forecast coming up right after the break. Stay with us.
County 911, what's the address of your emergency room? Okay, your wife is in a bar. You said she's under sergeant.
This is what he's going to tell you.
How to get out of that situation.
And I grabbed the gun.
Trying to find the first place to put a body.
No, sir. The only thing they could do was kill him.
You want to say anything?
We, the jury, and to find the defendant.
Memorial Day weekend means travel plans for many Alabamians. Travel stretching from Smith Lake to the Gulf Coast. But with gas prices the highest they've been for Memorial Day weekend in 4 years, more people may be considering staying closer to home. AAA expects more than 39 million people to hit the road this weekend around the country. And if you travel here in Alabama, you can expect your wallet to take a hit at the pump.
Right now in Alabama, the price for a regular gallon of gas is at $4.17. It stayed the same overnight, but it's jumped 10 cents over the past week. And as people are heading out to their destinations over this weekend, they're going to be seeing the highest Memorial Day gas prices that we've seen in about 4 years. Last year, actually, the state average was $2.75. So that's a $1.40 difference. That's quite an impact.
Yeah, and she says that with extra traffic on the road, drivers should be safety-minded while traveling this weekend. Yeah, live look over governors. Looks like the image is stuck there, but nonetheless, it appears as though the rain has stopped at this point. Oh, there it is. I think it was just traffic that was standing still. Maybe that was what was happening. But either way, looks like the rain has stopped. Cloudy sky above. Yeah, I hear we're going to have more of that rain, though, this weekend.
Yeah, unfortunately we are. It's not looking the best weekend to have any outdoor plans, so I definitely would have a plan B in mind, but it's still much needed. It's like what we've been talking about. We're still dealing with drought conditions, so I'm fine with forecasting rain. I know it doesn't come at the right time, but it's very beneficial for us here.
Even the Alabama Jubilee has a backup plan.
Yeah, exactly. If they've got a backup plan, you should too. Let's go ahead and talk about the rain that we're seeing right now on the FOX54 radar. We're starting to see a little bit more rain move in on the western side of the Tennessee Valley. So Lauderdale, Colbert, Franklin County is going to start to see that rain pass on through. It will continue to trend eastward, but it's not like the rain that we dealt with earlier today. We're not expecting severe weather out of this. If we do see anything, we might be dealing with a flooding threat, especially on the eastern side of the Tennessee Valley, where we've got that flood watch that's in effect until 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. So this is for Jackson, DeKalb, Marshall, and Coleman counties. Like I said, until about 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, just due to the fact that those areas have seen so much rainfall already today, and with more in the forecast, flooding issues definitely could be a real concern. Now, rain chances heading into the next couple of hours, they will increase just a tad, about a 40% chance. So some of us going to be staying dry during that period of time, but heading into tomorrow morning, we'll start to see those rain chances rise. And unfortunately, they do stay elevated through much of your Saturday. So looking outside right now on the Parkway, we're actually seeing a little bit of sunshine out there. That's going to help to warm us up just a little bit before temperatures fall heading into tonight. We were in the mid-70s, seeing the upper 70s right now here in Huntsville. But we are still going to keep that heavy cloud deck up in the sky. It's very humid out there. Temperatures across the Tennessee Valley sitting in the mid and upper 70s, 76 right now in Florence, mid 70s in Pulaski and in Fayetteville. We're sitting at 73 degrees right now in Coleman. Scottsboro sitting in the mid 70s as well. So heading into this weekend, we keep high rain chances in the forecast. Now it's not going to be raining straight for 3 days, the entire duration of this Memorial Day weekend, but just know that pretty much every location will be seeing rain at some point for the next 3 days across the Tennessee Valley. So we'll keep high rain chances in the forecast, about 80% heading into Saturday and Sunday. And unfortunately, Memorial Day looks to be the highest rain opportunity heading into the next 3 days. We'll keep temperatures on the warmer side as well. Low 80s is where we're thinking high temperature is going to be headed. So hit or miss showers and a few thunderstorms will be possible throughout the entirety of this upcoming weekend. The afternoons look wetter than the mornings, but we'll start to see a dry out period heading into late Saturday night, early Sunday morning before we see another round move through on Sunday. And like I said, it's going to be very scattered in nature. We're not exactly going to be able to pinpoint who is going to be seeing rain, but just know pretty much everywhere across the Tennessee Valley we'll see rain at some point during this weekend, especially on Monday. Monday will be the wettest day, I'm thinking, especially coverage-wise. So rain chances beyond this weekend will stay pretty elevated. About a 70% chance heading into the middle of next week and into next Thursday. And then by about this time next week, we'll start to see a little bit of a drop off, about a 50% chance for rain, but it is still much needed. About 2 to 4 inches of accumulation is what we're expecting, possibly. So temperature is going to be staying in the lower 80s. We keep rain in the forecast pretty much throughout the entirety of the next 7 days, especially on this upcoming Memorial Day.
Yeah, and Memorial Day weekend is here. Despite that rain that Emily was speaking of, celebrations will go on. And if you're looking for a fun way to spend your holiday weekend, Fox 54 has you covered. First up, Stove House is turning its food garden into a backyard party Monday for Memorial Day. You can expect a night of live music from rock to country and blues from the Double Barrel Band. This event is free and open to all ages. Memorial Day starts at 5 p.m. and ends at 8 p.m. But unfortunately, furry friends are not invited. Next up, Happy Fest is back at Gunnersville tomorrow on the Sunset Drive walking trail. From 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., you, the kids, and your leash-friendly pets are invited to come out and enjoy the event. You can buy from local vendors, play fun games, and enjoy your long weekend. Then finally, head down to Smith Lake Park tomorrow for the Memorial Festival. There will be food trucks, lots of entertainment, arts and crafts, and vendors. This festival runs from 9 a.m. until 3 p.m. Per usual, if none of these events are your style, no problem. Head on over to fox54.com for a full list of this weekend's happenings. You are invited to honor fallen service members this Memorial Day weekend in Huntsville. The Huntsville-Madison County Veterans Memorial Park will host its annual Memorial Day ceremony and laying of wreaths featuring Gold Star families, veterans groups, and more than 40 organizations from across the region. Huntsville Mayor Tommy Battle and Redstone Arsenal leaders are scheduled to speak. Music from Huntsville Concert Band, Rocket City Chorus, and more, along with tributes, are also planned during the hour-long event. You're advised to bring lawn chairs, water, and fans.
Recently, the racing world was rocked following the death of Kyle Busch. We'll take a look back at his great career next in sports.
Fox 54 Plus has your news, sports, and weather. Start your evening with Fox 54 at 5:30, delivering the latest headlines and live reports straight from the scene. Then, stay informed with Fox 54 News at 9, featuring your Tennessee Valley certified most accurate weather impact team, tracking everything from tornado threats to traffic delays during severe weather. Fox 54 Sports Extra brings you more of what sports fans crave, with deeper insights, expert analysis, and all the action that matters most. On Fox 54 Plus, you'll also find Alabama politics, plus 24/7 weather radar and real-time forecasts to keep you ahead of the storm. Looking for a quick recap? Don't miss Fox 54 Week in Review, highlighting the biggest stories of the week. Jumpstart your morning with Morning Rush, fast-paced news updates featured with uplifting stories from across the globe. Get your entertainment fix with Getting Real, where we break down movie reviews, top 10 lists, and spotlight the newest film. Die Hard fan? Locked On Sports dives deep into the Crimson Tide, the Tigers, college rivalries, and pro action. True crime warrior style? Killer Cases brings you gripping real-life stories that stick with you. Hungry for more? Cooking with Style serves up mouth-watering recipes that are easy to make and impossible to resist. From movie previews before you head to the theater with Take a Look, to must-know headlines from across the region and around the world with In the News. Watch all of these shows on demand and also on the Fox 54 News app. Available on Android and iOS devices. Streaming 24/7.
Hey everyone, NASCAR fans far and wide are in mourning following the passing of Kyle Busch. The kid from Vegas has been a fan favorite for many years. Nick Carboni from our sister station in Charlotte has more.
On Thursday, Busch's family announced he'd been hospitalized with a serious illness and would miss this weekend's Coca-Cola 600 at Charlotte Motor Speedway, a staple on the NASCAR calendar. And his absence would have marked a rare moment. The last time Kyle Busch missed a Cup Series race was in 2015. After a devastating crash at Daytona, he returned that same season to win the Cup Series championship, a testament to his resilience and drive. Just a kid from Las Vegas following his older brother Kurt's footsteps, Kyle Busch built a legacy few could match. Over a 22-year career, he won 234 races across NASCAR's top 3 series, the most in the sport's history. A 2-time Cup Series champion, fierce competitor, and one of his era's greatest characters, Kyle Busch leaves behind a lasting mark on the sport. And off the track, he was a devoted husband, and father and advocate for others. He and his wife Samantha shared their journey through infertility, founding the Bundle of Joy Fund to help families facing similar challenges. Through the Kyle Busch Foundation, he also worked to support children in need across the country. He is survived by his wife Samantha and their 2 children, Brexton and Lennox. Kyle Busch was 41 years old.
Now, Kyle Busch was no stranger to the Yellowhammer State. He raced at the Talladega Superspeedway 42 times and was the winner of the 2023 Geico 500 at Dega. Let's keep his family and loved ones in prayer. That does it for your Fox 54 Sports Report. I'm Mo Carter.
Thank you, Mo. Tonight on Fox 54 News, a federal judge in Tennessee dismissed the criminal charges against Kilmer Abrego Garcia. We've got those details ahead. Senator Tommy Tuberville honored 2 fallen Alabama service members ahead of Memorial Day, including one from Huntsville. We'll meet these heroes and learn about their lasting impact. And organizers and vendors are getting ready for one of North Alabama's largest events. We've got a preview of the Alabama Jubilee tonight on Fox 54 News. Well, check this out. Feverish hot dog fans gathered at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway this morning for the 2026 Oscar Mayer Weenie 500. The commander in beef, as they call it, Andy Richter, called the dogs to action. Slaw Dog was looking to repeat their title, but Chai Dog had the early lead. Coming from 4th place, New York Dog took the lead and won the 2nd annual Weenie 500. I remember this last year.
So I honestly did not know that this was a thing, and Jordan and I were watching it earlier, and I told Jordan, today's actually his off day, but of course he had to come in for severe weather, and I told him, I said, look what you would have missed if you didn't come in today. It was the Weenie 500.
I remember a couple years ago, there was like an Oscar Mayer Wiener mobile outside of our station.
It came in, it parked right in front of the station, let people go inside of it. I wasn't here that day, but I know that it gave out little
whistles.
Little whistles of,
I have one.
The Oscar Mayer Wiener truck.
Yeah,
so
I'm guilty of having one.
Well, that's a good thing to have. Let's get one final check on our 7-day forecast. Unfortunately, it does come with a lot of rainfall, especially heading into this Memorial Day weekend. High rain chances Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Monday looks to be the highest rain opportunity. Temperature is going to be staying in the low 80s. And looking beyond Memorial Day, we'll keep high rain chances in the forecast. So about this time next week, it's about a 50% chance for rain.
All right. Well, we'll try to stay dry as much as we can.
Yeah.
We'll see you tonight on our late edition of Fox 54 News.